Welcome insiders to Tech Inside. I'm your host Eric. So in a previous episode of Inside News, I talked about Windows 10. Windows 10 is going to be Microsoft's next operating system that's going to be coming out sometime in 2015. If you want to check out the Inside News episode, the link is down below. But in today's video, I'm actually going to show you Windows 8. We're going to boot Windows 8 up and see what it has to offer. I don't know a whole lot, so we're going to see really what I notice in Windows 10. And yeah, intro. So here we are on my computer, on my Hackintosh running Mac OS X. I'm going to be using VirtualBox to install Windows 10. Windows 10 actually is already installed, so everything's going to be pretty self-explanatory. But going into VirtualBox, already installed like I said, so let's click the start button and boot up the operating system. I will warn you though, VirtualBox is funky, I'm not really liking it. The resolution doesn't seem to be right. I mean, it's definitely not right. For some reason I can't get it to be a proper resolution that fits the screen. My screen is 1920 by 1080. Again, not sure why this is a thing. Anyway, just boot this operating system up, and you notice that it looks very similar to Windows 8. Not a whole lot really has changed. Looking at the login page, it looks just like Windows 8, so let me log in. So here we are in Windows 10. It looks very similar actually to, well, the desktop version of Windows 8, as well as kind of Windows 7. And you notice that we did not boot up into the modern UI that Windows 8 boots up into. And that's because right now, the Metro, or well, actually, I keep saying Metro, the modern UI within Windows 8 on Windows 10 now no longer exists. And it's going to come back, but it's not in this current technical preview. There's a lot of features within this technical preview that aren't there. In reality, there isn't a whole lot of features in this Windows 10 technical preview. And the feature that's gonna bring back the modern UI, the tile style that Windows 8 uses, is called Continuum. Continuum will take a look at your device. I'm using a desktop right now, and figure out if it needs the modern UI or not. I'm on a desktop right now, so I'm thinking that Continuum will decide it doesn't need the modern UI, so I can just carry on my day like a normal computer running like Windows 7 with a start menu. But if I was on a touchscreen device, maybe even like a tablet, then Continuum might be like, okay, we need a touch mode, we need the modern UI, so it would throw up the modern UI and give you the option at least to go into it. Or if I was even on a phone to go to an extreme level, I believe Continuum will do the same. And this is how Windows 10 is gonna work on basically every device, whether it be a phone, tablet, desktop, etc. Another feature that isn't in Windows 10, I mean, there's a lot of features that aren't in Windows 10, but one of them that I have to mention is Katana. I don't know how to say that right. But basically, it's Siri pretty much, but for Windows. So it's going to be a voice-activated service that lets you search things up on the web, search through your computer, do tasks. If I want to go email someone, I just tell this voice app thing to type me out this email. That feature isn't in Windows 10. We don't know if it's going to be in Windows 10, but many people speculate it's going to be, so we're going to have to wait and see. Nonetheless, though, let's jump into Windows 10. Let's see what it's all about. So here I am on the desktop mode. That's the only mode here. It's very self-explanatory. I mean, it's just Windows. It says technical preview at the bottom. Same thing all here. Everything looks pretty much similar. But going to the other side, now we have a start menu. Yay! Personally, people have complained about the start menu. I haven't really minded, but I guess it's a nice thing to have back. Here's the main start menu right here. And then next to it is the tiles that I've mentioned in the last episode of Inside News. How, well, now there's the tile from the modern UI, so I might be able to customize this. I don't know right this second. I don't know how to customize it, but I would presume there's some way to customize it. Or at least if there isn't, there's going to be a way in the future. Besides, everything looks very similar to Windows 8, so I don't think I really got to go over a whole lot. Next to it, there is a search button. I almost said start. The search button will let you search things up on your computer as well as on the internet. So if I type in YouTube, it's going to give me the option to go to youtube.com. don't want to go there, not right now at least. Next to that though is the task viewer, and this is something that I'm glad Windows has added. Not sure there's any shortcut for it, but click on the task viewer and you'll be able to add desktops. Right now I have no windows open, so we'll add a desktop in a minute. To go over how Windows 10 is going to manage all your windows, let's open up a few File Explorer windows. Let's open up 4. Oops. Okay, so now I have 4 windows open, and in Windows 7, they announced this snap feature. So if I bring a window to the top, it goes in full screen mode, which is a nice thing to have. I wish OS X did that. There's plugins though, so that's okay. Nonetheless though, here it is. But say I want to do some multitasking. So now I can drag this window to the side, and now it's going to ask if I should add any other windows to the side. I could click out of it and it just goes back to what I already had. Or I can just drag this again and it will ask me for what I want. So let's open up this. Same thing. But what if I want to do even more multitasking? Well, I can now drag these windows to the corner. And now I have this corner one. And I can do the same over here. And now it's going to ask what I want it to do. So I have 2 windows up here. I could put one down here. Or I could drag this one over to the corner as well and click on this one. And now I have 4 windows on my screen. I didn't have to resize anything myself. It all did it automatically. Very nice thing to have, not gonna lie. Of course, I've never really utilized this. I'm a OS X user, so that's not a feature within Mac OS X, but I can see it definitely being very usable. Also though, say I'm working on this one desktop and I don't want to close anything, but I want to go jump on the internet browser. So now I can click on the task viewer, add a desktop, just go to that desktop, and bam, now nothing's on the window, but I can go back to the desktops, and I can go back to my old desktop, and bam, everything is back and very nice. Let's go back to the other desktop and just open up Internet Explorer. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Every time I open up Internet Explorer, it likes to crash. It didn't crash, yay. But see, now I'm on this desktop and browsing the web, doing my stuff. Then jump over to another desktop, back into working on all my files. Very nice thing to have. I don't know if there's any keyboard shortcuts and stuff. Currently, it's nice that they have it, but I hope there's going to be an easier way to access this desktop viewer. I love how OS X works. I love how on my keyboard, I can click Control and the arrow keys and switch my desktops. I think I can demonstrate that in this video. Actually, I can't because I'm in VirtualBox. Let's just leave VirtualBox for a second. I love how I can just do this and easily switch my desktops or go up. Oops, bear with me. I can go up and bam, now I'm in mission control, and I love having the accessibility or easeability is not a word. I love how easy I can switch between my desktops on OS X, and on Windows 10 the features here, but I don't think it's going to be very practical or easy. Right now I have to go all the way down here, click on it, click on another desktop. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be still nice to have. I hope there's going to be keyboard shortcuts to let me do it, but we're going to have to wait and see. I really hope though, even if there isn't a keyboard shortcut to access the task viewer, I hope there's at least a shortcut or a way to add a shortcut to just switch between my desktops. Maybe like Control Shift L3 and then all of a sudden I'm on desktop 3, or I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, Windows 10 is still in its technical preview. There's a lot more that still has to happen before Windows 10 is gonna be announced. But overall, I'm thinking Windows 10 is gonna have its shot. Some things definitely looking very nice. I'm liking the start menus back. I'm really liking that they're gonna try to do this multiple desktop viewing experience like OS X, the feature I've always wanted on Windows. And now what I need OS X to do is add a snap feature. So maybe Windows won't, or Microsoft won't sue Apple if they add the snap feature when Windows or Microsoft is going to add the multi-desktop feature, which OS X has already had. Regardless, I don't know if there's really much more to talk about within Windows 10. I'll be making more videos on Windows 10 when other features come out. Right now, there's not a whole lot of features, not a whole lot I can demo. I could demo how applications like, let's even go to the store. Originally, the store on Windows 8 worked only in the modern UI. Now it works in a window, so I can just drag it around, and now it's in a window on the desktop mode. Of course, it only is desktop mode right now, and that's the same thing for other applications, like the calendar, that only worked within the modern UI mode. At least I think it only worked in the modern UI mode. Now it works on the desktop mode, and you can just resize the window and use it how you please. Or you can't. Oh, there you go. I can't resize it. Anyway, that is Windows 10. Hopefully more features. I mean, there's definitely more features, so we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. And I probably said that a lot. You probably clicked out of the video because I've said that so much. So let's go to the outro. Actually, before we go to the outro, let's actually log out. I never actually logged out of Windows 10 yet, so we're gonna click on the Start menu, the power button, and shut down. No need to install any updates because there's no updates right now. It shuts down very similar to Windows 8, as you probably expected. And it glitched out a bit. But there you go. That is Windows 10. Now let's go to the outro. So there you go. That is Windows 10. What do you guys think of Windows 10? Do you think it's going to be a good operating system? Are you looking forward to it? Etc, etc. If there's anything else you want to see about Windows 10, anything I didn't really show you, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'd make another video. Anyway guys, that's the video for today. Please leave all your comments down below. Let's go subscribe and share with friends. Help the channel any way you can. Also check out my website, techincally.us. Maybe I'll upload more content on Windows 10 in the future. Anyway, my name's Eric, this is Tech Inside, now I'm signing out.